You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
Hey everyone, this is Kristen Powers of Petz at Pet Life Radio. I hope you're having a super day because it's about to get a whole lot better. We have an amazing guest on our show whose name is Mimi Ausland. Hey Mimi, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Cool. So Mimi is a really amazing person. She started this awesome website called freekibble.com. And Mimi, would you like to explain to us what Free Kibble is?
Sure. So Free Kibble is a website I created in 2008, and it helps feed homeless dogs. And then I have a website, freekibble.cat.com, that helps feed homeless cats. And you go onto the website every day if you want to and answer a trivia question related to dogs and cats. And if you get it wrong or right, you donate 10 pieces of kibble to dogs and cats across the country in shelters.
Nice. Cool. So when was this founded and where did the idea come from?
Well, we launched it April 1st, 2008, freekibble.com, and then June 1st, 2008, freekibble.cat.com. And I started the idea we were playing freerice.com, and that's a website that donates rice to hungry people in Africa and different countries. And then I've always wanted to do something to help animals, and so I got the idea from Free Rice, and I thought it would be really cool if we could do something like that, but for dogs and cats.
Cool. So since it has been founded, how much have you donated to shelters? That's where you donate it, right?
Yes. Almost 4 million meals to animal shelters and rescues and food banks across the country.
Wow. That's impressive.
Thank you.
So I'm on my computer and I'm on freekibble.com. So I'm on, I guess this is the one that feeds hungry dogs. Yep, it says it at the top. So today I'm just going to kind of give the guests kind of idea what questions are. So today's trivia is new research shows for the first time that dogs catch contagious blank triggered by watching a human do it. Is it A, shivering, B, yawning, C, hiccups, or D, blinking? So I'm going to have to go with yawning because that seems like everybody catches that when you yawn.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. So I press yawning. Yes, it says new research shows that when dogs see humans yawn, they will begin yawning or catch our yawns as well. So does that mean, and it just says I donated 10 pieces of free kibble.
Yes.
Cool. So it'll do that whether I get it right or wrong, right?
Yep. We wanted to do that just so people that get it wrong don't feel like they're not helping. So.
Oh, well, so no matter what, you can help and learn at the same time. Exactly. Nice. So how do you, where does the kibble come from? Do you have, sponsors that help you donate it?
Yes. Halo Purely for Pets is our sponsor. And they donate all the kibble now, and all the kibble is natural and organic and very healthy for the dogs and cats. So why do you think it's important to help shelter animals? Well, I've always loved animals and started volunteering at my local animal shelter at the age 9, and then quickly realized that they are in, all shelters really are in usually dire need of food, because it's hard for them to get food donated to them just by random people. And I just, I really feel for all the shelter animals in the shelters, just wanting a good home and just wanting to be taken care of. And I think that with the kibble that is donated to them from Free Kibble, that it just gives them a good start to a happy life in their new home. That's a cool philosophy. So Halo donates the food, and again, I was searching on your very cool website, and I noticed that that's Ellen DeGeneres' company, correct? Yes. Well, she part owns it. Oh, okay. And I think I even saw a link that I got about you that said you got to meet Ellen DeGeneres. Yes, I did. That was an amazing experience. I had lots of fun. Cool.
Yeah, I think people don't really realize how much. Like, I've talked to so many guests that, like, they do these amazing things for animals, and, like, all of them get to meet Ellen. She's like, it's very common theme.
She definitely seems like a big animal lover, or she is, I guess.
Yeah, that's cool. So, in your opinion, how can people help animals in shelters? I mean, they can obviously go to this awesome Free Kibble or Free Kibble Cat website and play trivia all day long, but what else do you think people can do to help animals?
Well, you can go check out your local animal shelter in your area and see about volunteering opportunities, and always that, you don't have to pay, or like, it's not a confusing process. You just sign up and go through an orientation, and then you get to walk dogs, play with cats, groom them, and just socialize them, which really helps out the staff there and the animals. So that's a big thing you can do. And there's other things too, like if you have a lemonade stand or a garage sale, maybe donate like half of your proceeds or more to the animal shelters, then all the small stuff really adds up too.
That's good advice. So do you have any pets of your own?
Yes. I have a golden retriever dog named Aspen, and a Maine Coon cat named Dot, and then a fish.
And what do you like to do with them?
Well, just with my dog, I take her for walks and train her and just teach her fun little tricks that I like doing. And then with my cat, I just groom her and just play with her and, feed her and all that stuff. And my dog, too, I just love taking her around our property and throwing balls to her and just playing with her. That's really fun to me.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. So is part of your motivation to run freekibble.com come from growing up with pets all your life, or do you have other things that like motivate you to keep going with this project?
Well, it definitely helps that I've always loved animals and have always had the opportunity to have animals in my life. And also just, like, I'm kind of a sympathetic person, I guess you could say. Like, I have a really big heart, and just when I see movies or hear stories or see animals in shelters, it makes me pretty sad and just really want to help, and then I get inspired to keep on going with Free Kibble.
What do you do on a daily basis with Free Kibble? Like, what's kind of like the background operation that you go through running this website?
Well, every day when I get home from school, I either have, like, soccer or just homework to do. But then I answer emails that need to be answered, and we get tons of emails per day, just, some just wanting, like, their daily reminders, like if they have a problem with that, or just wanting to find out how they can do more, or just things like that. And so we try to get back to all of them, so that takes some time. And then putting in the trivia questions every day for the next day.
And where do you get those trivia questions?
Well, lots of different places, in dog and cat fact books and trivia books in the newspaper and online, and like Dogs 101 on Animal Planet, and lots of different places and sources, but we always triple check them and make sure that it's the correct information.
That's good. Good operation, that sounds like. So after you've learned all of these facts and have done these trivia questions for like over 2 years now, what has been one of your favorite trivia questions, or one that like you remember the most or that you like the best?
Oh, that's a tough one. Probably, well, I really like the ones about like the cartoon dogs, because I was a big fan of cartoons growing up, and just the ones about like Snoopy and funny facts like those, and then also ones that that links over to a story about like someone who is also helping save animals, or like one that definitely sticks out to me is one about a museum that lets cats live in it and has for over like 60 years, and that's a big attraction to people in that museum, and I really like that one too.
Cool. So I also have seen on your website that you have a campaign urging people to send letters to the White House. And I was just wondering if you could tell our audience, what's that all about, like sending letters to the White House?
Mm-hmm. So that is called Letters for Pets, and we're trying to get a presidential proclamation for National Adopt a Shelter Pet Day. And people email a letter that's already been pre-written to the White House, and we've had over 265,000 letters emailed so far. and we're hoping to get like around 280,000. And we're doing that for one more week, and then it stops. And so then we'll try to go further on to get the proclamation.
Nice. So I'm going to urge all of our listeners to go right now to freekibble.com and find the link for Letters to Petz. And you all can do that while we take our quick commercial break. So help Mimi out and get the proclamation signed by President Obama. But we'll be right back in 1 second.
Don't leave this party before it's over, because the best is yet to come. Only losers leave the party early anyway. Party on. Back in a few. Hands up!
It's DesignerPetSweaters.com. Hand-knitted designer sweaters for your precious pup or cool cat. Beautiful couture patterns for your pets, including custom-knitted formal wear, casual wear, yachting, and even sports-themed. Many designer pet sweaters include feathered tammy hats, top hats, and a lot of sparkle. Each sweater includes leg loops, front paw sleeves, and leash opening. Visit DesignerPetSweaters.com to order your four-legged fashions today. Large or small, we fit them all. DesignerPetSweaters.com.
Pet Life Radio, the #1 pet radio network on the planet, joins forces with iHeartRadio to put the power of your pets in your pocket. Awesome. Download the iHeartRadio app and rock Pet Life Radio on your phone, on your tablet, on your Xbox, in your car. Pet talk, pet tunes, and fun pet times. Pet Life Radio and iHeartRadio. Positively Possum.
Let's talk pets
Let's talk pets
on Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Hey guys, it's Caroline Sunshine from the new movie Marmaduke, and I'm here at Pets Rock with your host Kristen on Pet Life Radio.
Back to the party.
Let's go.
With the hottest party in town. Pets Rock.
Hey everyone, this is Kristen Powers of Pets Rock at Pet Life Radio. We are having an amazing talk with Mimi Ausland, founder of Free Kibble and FreeKibbleCat.com. Mimi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Awesome. So we spent the first half of the show kind of just like talking about what exactly Free Kibble was. But since this is a show targeted towards young people and teenagers, I kind of like to ask you questions about like your daily teenage life. So my first question is like, what do you enjoy doing in your free time?
Well, I do lots of different things. I love to horseback ride and play soccer, and I'm on a soccer team right now. And we have games on the weekends, and then I also just love hanging out with my friends and family and watching movies and swimming with them and just doing lots of stuff like that and just hanging out at their houses and just having relaxing time in my free time before school and busy things like that start up.
Do you ever find trouble with, or have you kind of found a balance involved with making a difference such with Free Kibble and everyday teenage life?
Yeah, it's kind of sometimes like two separate worlds in a way. Like I go to school, I have soccer, I hang out with my friends and do all that normal teenager stuff. And then I have Free Kibble where I'm volunteering at the animal shelter, getting back to emails, doing things like this. And I definitely have a good balance with that. And yeah, I actually really like how it's been working out lately. So
Great to hear. What are your favorite subjects in school?
Probably language arts. I love that. And I actually like Spanish this year. I'm taking that with a new teacher, and I really like her, and I love learning a different language.
Neat. Yeah, Spanish. I don't know Spanish. I know French fairly well. Not perfectly, of course, but yeah, learning a language I think is really cool. I mean, it's never easy, but it's always fun to try to talk to people in another language.
Yeah, definitely. I love that about it, for sure.
Yeah, so have you gotten your school involved in any way with Free Kibble, or is it kind of like you said, separate, or like have you been able to do like shelter donation drives or like get a ton of people from your school on Free Kibble?
Yeah, I told my whole class about it, and my whole school knows about it now, and a lot of people are playing Free Kibble almost on a daily basis, and they're all very supportive, except for, a few people, of course, and yeah, most of my friends are great to have, they're very supportive and help me put in trivia questions when they're over at my house, and that's nice to have for sure.
Definitely. Now I have a kind of quirky question, but if you could have any job in the world, what would you do? It's a tough question.
Well, my job that I want to have is to own an animal sanctuary, like Best Friends, which is in Kanab, Utah, and we visited there for spring break, and I loved that place, and it's a really amazing facility, and I'd love to own a place like Best Friends, and maybe be like a horseback trainer on the side if I could, and and I love baking, so if I could have a bakery like in the sanctuary or something, that'd be awesome too.
Well, I've seen businesses where they bake their own dog treats, and some of them are even editable for humans. I mean, I don't personally eat edible dog treats, but
neither do I.
Yeah, if you want to infuse bacon into your everyday life, I mean, you could always bake dog treats and cakes.
Yeah, see, that's a good idea. I'll have to do that, hopefully.
So, for the listeners who don't know, could you explain a little what an animal sanctuary is?
Yeah, so basically it's like an expanded version of an animal shelter, and they take in any animal, tons of different types. Like, they have pigs and horses, bunnies, rabbits. Oh, bunnies and rabbits are the same thing. But dogs and cats and, hamsters, small animals, just tons of different, goats, sheep, and they have, and instead of like an animal shelter where they get adopted out, you can still adopt from the animal sanctuaries, but if the animal is never adopted, they still keep them. At least Best Friends does, until the animal passes away, which I think is really neat.
Okay, so my last question for you is, what advice do you have to teenagers who are looking to make a difference?
Well, probably, you can, whatever you can do helps. So whether that's like at your birthday party and you ask for like presents and donations to animal shelters, like either one, and then donate that money to your local animal shelter or a group you really like, or a car wash doing the same thing, lemonade stand, all that type of stuff, volunteering at your animal shelter. And also, even if your passion isn't animals, you can still really do just help out in any way you can, with homeless people hungry people and, animals, whatever your passion is to try to help.
Nice. Good advice.
Thank you.
So, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed our wonderful interview with Mimi Ausland. Just to recap, you should check out her awesome website, freekibble.com or freekibblecat.com, and that's cat with a K. We will post these two websites on Pet Life Radio, so if you want to find them, you can go on there. But, Mimi, do you have anything else to say?
Not really, but just to definitely check out Free Kibble. That would be great, and know that you're really helping save animals' lives.
Awesome. So I hope everyone has an amazing night. Thank you so much, Mimi, for doing such an amazing interview.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Cool. Well, this is, again, Kristen Powers and Mimi Ausland, Pets Rock at Pet Life Radio. Thanks for listening.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.